Hey y'all, you are now tuned in to Decadent Conversations. I'm your host, Shay Butter.
And I'm Brown Sugar.
Welcome back.
Welcome back. Okay, I got a quick little vent, just very quick.
It's not gonna be quick.
Whatever. Okay, you know what I got a problem with? This is my pet peeve. Not to be started with something negative, but my pet peeve is people who apply for a job and don't really want the job. So you go to McDonald's or wherever, even in the corporate space, and you work for a job, but you really don't want to be there. So you have an attitude with the people around you. Nobody told you to put in that application. Nobody
So who
told
done
you. If you
who done
go ahead.
messed up your order or gave you some attitude on your fast food order? Is that what happened?
It no. I mean, I run into that, from time to time, but just actually in the workplace, what I mean? Just in general. I don't want to be specific because I don't know who be listening, but it bothers me. If you put in an application, hypothetically, to McDonald's, I don't work at McDonald's, so we ain't talking about me with that. But if you put in an application at McDonald's, you'll be a happy burger flipper. You know what I'm saying? You put your name on that paper. You did
Girl,
that. So
I
whatever
used to
you
think
do,
about
do.
that.
Mhm.
Do yeah, I used to think that way, but fast food is a different ballpark. Me and my friend was talking about that the other day. I just be nice to them people. Just be nice. Cause
I'm
y'all ain't about to spit
always
in my
nice.
food.
No, I'm always nice to anybody who handle my food, but I'm just saying in general, whatever space you in, do it with excellence. Do it with excellence. And you can't just take it out on everybody around you. And if you had a bad whatever it is, go on and woosah, take a breath. Don't be taking it all that bad energy out on everybody around you. I done went to Starbucks before and was in like a mediocre mood and had a bomb Starbucks person. And when I drove away, I was happier because they were in that space. That's what you need to bring to the world. You need to think about what you bring to the world. Do are people gonna be left better or worse because they encountered you? Period.
Everybody
And if that
everybody ain't meant for customer service. I know I'm not. That's not my calling. That's why I'm not in the customer service field. Okay?
well, you consider that when you apply for that job. You know what I mean? You consider I can't do this, I can't do that. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, I get it. I mean, I get that, but consider that. But that was just a little something that was on the top of my head. I wanted to get off because just check your energy because your energy it can be infectious, and that's good or bad. It's people you think about, and when you think about them, you're gonna smile or laugh. Leave people better than when they was before they got in your presence, or at least the same. That's just my 2 cents.
You gonna be okay?
Yeah, I'm okay.
All right, cool. I'm glad you got the vent. All right, so first of all, it's been about a few weeks since we seen y'all or since y'all tapped in with us. We did have some technical difficulties last week, but we back. So yeah, just a few things we're gonna touch on. I know you have been seeing what's been going on in the news with Ari Spears, and if not, we're gonna bring some light and awareness to it. The first thing is the comments that he made about Lizzo. He was doing
Hmm.
a podcast or an interview, one of those things, and the person that was interviewing him was pretty much saying that Lizzo has some dope music and asked him what he thought about it or what he felt about it. And he couldn't say anything about the music, but decided to go in on her about how fat and unattractive she is because she's fat. She got a cute face, but she looks like the shit emoji. Those are his words, not mine.
Hmm.
Yeah. So it just
And
kind
a
of
lump of
feels
mashed
like,
potatoes.
but nigga, do you see what you look like though?
Right.
Do you see what you look like?
Oh boy. Hmm.
How you gonna talk
Yep.
about somebody else and you look like who did it and what for? And then you're gonna try to make your shit look like it doesn't stink by saying, well, I got money, and I'm a comedian, and so I get pussy. I ain't nothing unattractive about me. Nigga, Lizzo is not
Mm,
even worried about you or checking for you. So who asked you? I think he
mm-mm.
wanted to be relevant. He wanted to get back in the news and have people start talking about him and trending, and that is definitely one of the things that has his name buzzing right now.
Well, no, they did what they always do when, you know, you put yourself in that situation, which is dig up dirt on you. And so I'm pretty sure you saw the video they pulled up of him and Tiffany Haddish, that sick ass video
Hmm.
that was ringing of like pedophilia. It wasn't even funny for one. And for two, I guess it was around the time when the R. Kelly stuff was at its height. And basically in the video, there's this little boy, and Aaron Spears, whatever how you say his name, he is acting like a pedophile, looking at the little boy in the tub and all this kind of stuff. And they have a lawsuit now because the little boy said he was traumatized by that experience, and now it's resurfaced. So the little boy is older now, and so he's suing. So Tiffany Haddish, she apologized about it. Said it's no excuse, but it's an ongoing litigation. She stated that she should have never done it. And I'm thinking she probably was an upcoming comedian at the time. But either way it go, now he's gonna get dragged for that. So he's got to come out of that mud. And it wasn't even worth it. Like, the dude didn't even ask him about Lizzo's look. He was literally asking about her music. I don't agree with
Yeah,
everything
so
Lizzo do, but I mean, what does her music have to do with her appearance for one thing, and number two, why? How can the pot call the kettle black? I don't get it. That fool couldn't even breathe in the interview. Okay, he needed some fucking albuterol just to do it. He was and Lizzo, like what? No,
yeah, the nigga talk like he's snoring.
I
Like he
know.
need he need a sleep apnea machine just to talk day to
Yes,
day.
that's
So
exactly what he sound like sleep
Fifi
apnea
back
poster
there
child.
cracking up.
So,
I'm
for
sorry, y'all.
real.
Um, but the other thing that set me off about it, after he made those comments, of course, you know, uh, the internet ain't gonna let you live. So fans
Not
or
at all.
whoever, I still got the
You still got the lighter in your hand?
yeah, okay, the internet, of course, they was going back and forth in the comments, and he made another video talking about
Mm-mm.
how women have to do too much just to look good, and y'all gotta wear
Oh
fake
my
this,
god.
fake that, and blah
Oh
blah
my
blah, and
god.
y'all ain't shit, and just you could really tell
Mm-mm.
he's an unhappy person. I don't think
He
you get
comes
no
across
pussy,
that
to be
way.
honest with you.
Right. And if
That's
he
what it boiled
did, that
down
don't
to.
say much for the women because he's still miserable.
I'm pretty sure. You want to know the cool part about it? I'm pretty sure he
Mm-hmm.
deal with big women. He deal with big women.
Mm-hmm.
He's
Mm-hmm.
one of the ones that deal with big women but don't like to deal with them publicly.
Well, yeah, that's definitely part of the topic. It's a lot of them. It's a lot of men that like a particular type of woman, but because of image or family or friends or insecurities or whatever stereotypes they feel is associated with whatever, they don't want people to know that's what they like or that's what they want. So they keep the big girl a secret. They keep the big girl secret. I know a few dudes, like nice looking dudes. They date all kind of different women. Maybe some of the women are fit the profile of, standard of beauty or whatever. But on the low, that ain't really what they like and what they want. So on the low, when it's all said and done, that's where they find their comfort. That's where they find what they really like and what they really want. So it'd be like a little secret. That's not who they might marry, but that's who they really like being around and want to be with. And it could be regional too, because in California, it's a little bit different. You go down south, them brothers don't be caring. They likes what they like, and they likes the big girl. I ain't get no action in the south until I got a little thicker. When I was skinny, I was invisible. I was
Oh
invisible. I went
my.
out there thick, picked up some weight. I'm like, dang, I need to lose some weight. I couldn't knock them off me fast enough. I said, for real.
That's why you told me the other day you wanna go back down south.
You know what? I love the Southern men. Period. Like, not to say they don't do some of the same things as dudes on the West Coast, but what I love about them is number one, the manners. Like, even if they do they dirt, they gonna take care of their main situation. I'm not excusing it, but they're gonna make sure that you feel like a lady. They're gonna open the doors. They're gonna make sure your basic needs is taken care of. Like, they take pride in taking care of who's around them. Like, that's the standard. That's the standard. And a lot of them are like marriage minded. So I was just talking to my girlfriend about that. She said she had to readjust because she's from California. She went to school down south, and she said she had guy friends, just friends that would be like, why are you opening the door? Like, stop doing that. We got you. Guy friends that were like that. And I have cousins and stuff that they look out like that. It's to the point, I mean, I was just so happy just to be treated like that, in those settings. Not to say it's not any man in California like that, because there are some, but it's just less common. It's the standard in the South. It's expected that you open the door for a lady, that you walk on the outside of, the street. If you guys are walking on the street, that you, to the best of your ability, take care of who's in your circle, and that's the standard. And here is, I would say, it's more of the exception. It's the expectation, but then it's a lot of other factors that play into that. And I got,
Well,
go ahead.
I was gonna say I agree with you to an extent, and maybe that's something that's not really taught out here like that. Because to be honest with
Mhm.
you, I don't remember my dad teaching my brothers that, and my dad doesn't treat my mom that way. Chivalry is alive with him, so I'm not sure why he didn't teach my brothers that. But maybe that's something that's not taught, and I honestly think that that could be a topic for another day. So I don't want to just go too deep off into that.
Right, right, right,
So
right. Mhm.
jumping back to what we said, I know at first when we talked about this, I told you like, nah, like, ain't no truth or mistruths about um men with BBWs. But then as I started to think about it, I think
Mhm.
that BBWs are really considered fetishes for a lot of men. And I
Mhm.
feel that way because I had to think about some of my interactions, and even a message I received on a
Yeah.
dating site the other day. He was like, "I've never been with a BBW." Okay, nigga, why is you hitting me up? Like, what are you saying? Well, I always wanted to eat a BBW out, but I just never had the opportunity. You're not
Oh,
gonna have this
damn.
opportunity. So I don't know. It's like I feel like women are sexualized, period. And it doesn't matter what it is. They'll find a way to sexualize a small woman. They'll
Mhm.
find a way to sexualize a woman that just has super big lips, or one that
Mhm.
maybe they like women that are super covered up. They're gonna try to sexualize that. Like, we're just always sexualized. It's like it's always gonna be something. So when it comes to men and BBWs, not only is it a fetish thing in my opinion, but I also feel like we don't fit your narrative as being like the trophy wife. So sometimes some of them will want to like be with us in private and not in public, and not
Yeah.
admit to their friends like, nah, this is wifey. Like, I'm really into her.
Right.
She does this, she does that. Because I don't fit, look the way. I'm not the one
Mhm.
that you want to end up with in the long run.
Also, I would say there are certain stereotypes that some men have about BBWs.
Like
So
what?
I've heard some say the phrase, they pay what they weigh. meaning
And
the
I,
bigger
nigga,
girls.
I'm not paying shit. I weigh
I,
276. I'm not paying what I weigh shit.
I would say it's not true of any of my friends that are BBWs, any of my circle of friends. But I have heard men say they pay what they weigh. The big girls be having money and they don't have no problem dishing it out. And the thinking behind it is she is not as, quote, desirable as like a thinner woman or a woman that fits the prototype. So therefore she has to do more in order to attract the type of guy that she might be attracted to. So she might have to pay. So there are some that fit that stereotype, but not in my circle of friends that I know of. Because my friends that are BBWs, that is just not what the story is. They fine and confident and don't have no problem. They never had no problem getting no man, keeping no man, and nothing else. So that's not the story of me or any of my friends that fit that description. But I have seen it. I can't lie and say I haven't seen it at all. It's I watched this documentary called Dark Girls. They got another one called Light Girls, but in Dark Girls, they made that same like statement regarding darker skinned women. Like the guys that were in the documentary was saying like the darker skinned girls, they gonna ride with you, they gonna do more, they more of a partner, they'll hold you down and all that stuff. But when those guys get to a certain status, that's not who they choose to marry or stick with. They're gonna go with someone who fits the prototype. So I think it's some parallels with that, but definitely I've seen it. It's just not my personal experience, and it's not what I've seen of my friends that fit that description. But you do have some women who they are not as confident, or they feel like they have to offset that, quote, deficit by doing more and being more. They gonna cook and do all this, they accept more. Now what I have heard men say about bigger women is they tend to accept more. They accept more of the BS because they feel, like they have to, for the same reason some might pay. I have heard multiple men say that. I don't know. I mean, shoot, I ain't dealing with nothing because of none of them reasons.
If
But
I can be
I have heard multiple
transparent,
men say that. Huh?
if I can be transparent with you, the only
Yes.
times that I have really accepted something is because sex probably done clouded my judgment
Oh, yeah.
because the flesh is weak. But
Not the
you're not
flesh.
gonna be able to you're not gonna be able to pull wool over my eyes all the time, sir. You're not gonna be able to
Hmm.
do that.
Hmm.
So I guess it just depends on the situation, but that's not a BBW thing. That's women in general. Sometimes we have to
Right.
decide, is the fight worth it? You know what I
Right.
mean? Like,
Hmm. Well, let me ask you this. What do you feel about the men who get with a bigger woman, but then try to make her change, like become smaller? Is that a plus because he wants her to be, you
no.
know, in shape? Or is that a negative because he's trying to control something or change her or whatever the case may be?
I think it's a control thing, and I'm speaking from firsthand experience. Uh, the last relationship, when he met me, I probably was a little bit bigger than I am now because I have lost some weight. So I was probably a little bit bigger. You met me that way, you know, we were having intercourse with no issues. And then you later told me that you wanted me to lose some weight. And it wasn't because you were concerned about my health, it was because you wanted the model type body. Because he used to say fucked up shit like, I'm going to turn you into a model. You're going to be a model. Men like
Mm.
fit and feminine, and I need you to be fit. That's what I need because I just need you to be fit.
But why he choose you?
That's what I wanted to know. But then when speaking with his mama was like, he ain't never brought home no woman that was under 250 pounds. I don't even know why he trying to do that stupid shit and try to turn you into a step for a wife. That's the one that was like, "Don't waste your good years on my son." So
She
it
was a
it
real
was
one, huh?
real and fake. She was a crackhead. She's a crackhead, and I hope him and his mama hear this. Your mama's a crackhead. Your mama
Oh
called
damn.
me and tried to get some money from me. She's a crackhead.
What
Yeah.
kind of
Anyways,
shit?
girl, fuck him and his mama. But no, on some real
Ah.
shit. Um,
I
she was real
can't.
when she was real when she was telling me that shit though. That what he was
Mhm.
trying to do some manipulative mind control shit,
Mhm.
and why would you get with somebody um that you swear physical attraction is important to you? So if you're not physically attracted or you want to change that person, why would you get with them in the first place? That doesn't make any sense. That was all
Mhm.
like just to like he would always try to bring me down and try to knock my self-esteem down, but uh, w- the thing about me, it don't matter if I'm this size or smaller. I always
Right.
felt like I was bad. Like my weight has
Mhm.
never been the issue or kept me from getting a man.
No,
What
I
can you
don't
tell me?
stop
And
nothing.
then even
Yeah.
fuck what you think. I look at myself and I know I'm bad. I turn my own
Mhm.
goddamn self on.
Damn.
So yeah, so I don't know. You feel it's a control
Okay.
thing or what you think?
I mean, to me, the only time that's okay is if it's health related, right? Because you can develop, or exacerbate like health problems with weight sometimes. To keep it real, you
Hmm.
know what I mean? So if it's that, then you find a way to respectfully help that person to be healthier. But that would be for anything other. It doesn't have That's not always a weight thing, because you got skinny people who don't eat right and aren't healthy or have high blood pressure because they stress the hell out, and so you want them to be a little bit more zen because it'll help them to be more mentally healthier. So I just think that's in general. So that's the only part about it. If you are, plus size, and it is something that's causing some health issues, and you care about a person, and so you try to encourage a healthier lifestyle in some like respectful way, then I'm with that. But it needs to be cool. It can't be like harsh and messed up. You know what I mean? It needs to be cool. Like maybe you do activities together, like, hey, let's go take a walk today, or whatever the case may be, or just as a unit decide to be healthier
That
and
is
agree
true.
on something. But I ain't about to walk around eating no lettuce though,
It's
because
so
I like what I like, but I might incorporate more fruits. You know what I'm saying? And
so how do you
vegetables,
feel
but
about when like couples get together and then years pass and maybe one puts on a whole bunch of weight? You think that person should stay and stick it out? Or do you think that person um should leave because that's not who they married? Or are you on some, for better or worse? Because it does say for
I
better or worse, the sickness
I
and the health.
feel like I feel like people grow apart for a number of reasons, right? And for me personally, I would want a situation where we sit down and we figure out how to bring us back together. You know what I mean? Or bring us closer together. Now, I do think it's messed up for a person to completely let themselves like go into just like sloppiness across the board and like not care about nothing. But I don't think that's grounds for like divorce. But I mean, to what extent? Like I've seen guys get to the point where they not even showering no more. Like that's nasty. That's nasty. So
Why they
I
not
don't know.
showering?
I don't know. I had a friend and he just got comfortable. We weren't
Nigga, how
dating
do you get comfortable with not showering? Unless
because guys
unless
a
you're
lot
like,
of guys don't a lot of guys don't care. Think about I just think about let's just take teenagers. You know what I mean? That's a different story, but take a teenage boy. If his mama wasn't forcing him to shower, he'll be funky for a lot longer. Like they don't care about that stuff as much as us. Some men do, but a lot of men, if it was not for women, they would not care about
No,
cleanliness of their body or their space.
yeah, but it's fucked up because, and that's crazy that we even talking about this. I told my friend earlier, I think women are cleaner than men, and I was specifically speaking about like hygiene. Um,
Mhm.
because I always want to be fresh at all
Right.
times.
Mhm.
Like before a man even touch me, I kind of want you to wash your hands, please, because you just came from outside or touching money from a
Mhm.
stripper's ass that had coke on it, whatever. I don't know where that money's been. So, you know, wash your hands before you touch me and stuff. But
Mhm.
I'm about to share something nasty as fuck since we talking about this. All right, here it goes. We're talking about this guy that I had met years ago, and I don't know if you remember when I had the couches, but the couches had like there were like beige cover ups on my couches
Yeah.
at that time.
Mhm.
So I had met this guy, and I invited him over. We were doing what we did. We never did no mouth stuff though, and I'm glad because then after he left, I seen a fucking stain on my cover up, and it was a
Mm-mm.
brown stain. And
Mm-mm.
so I
Mm-mm.
called him.
Mm-mm.
I called him and I said, "Nigga, you left a shit stain on my couch?" He like, "What you talking about?" I said, "Nigga, you left a shit stain on my couch. Like,
Mm-mm.
what? This d- is this?
Uh,
I have no words, nothing else to say,
how
nothing
you
else to
know it
say
was
about
boo boo
that.
though?
What else was it gonna be? Dirt? Yeah, I don't give a fuck if
Chocolate?
it was dirt or chocolate in the ass. Chocolate in the ass from where, Cherry?
Maybe it got on his pants.
No. No, no. I was shit and it was nasty and I was
Oh my
grossed out.
God! You smelled it?
Yeah. I
Did
did
you
smell the
sniff it?
cover. I did sniff it. I wanted to sniff it. You make it. I can't breathe, bitch. Stop.
You was sniffing
Shit.
your cover up. That's just nasty. But my
That's
question
wild.
is, how did it get like okay, like I don't
How did
understand.
I not smell anything? That's what I
I
want
don't
to know.
know. You know what that means? The boo boo got on you too.
No, 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 bitch, no. You got me fucked up,
It's
nigga.
not no way. It got
Ah.
on it got on your couch and it didn't get on you.
It
You
didn't
got
get
boo
on
boo
me
on
because I was
you.
ri- it didn't get on because I was it didn't get on me because I was riding him.
Okay. But it had to be in his booty. I don't okay,
That's
this
what
this just
I'm saying. But back to where we was at with it.
damn. We just went all left.
I don't I don't see how people are not comfortable with showering. You got to come up out of that depression. You got to remind yourself. I don't know, a shower always makes me feel better. It just does. It
Yeah.
brightens my mood. It's a mood changer. So I
Shower or
think when
shower
some
head?
sh- both both are mood changers, especially the shower head. That'll brighten my day
You
too.
stupid.
You brought it up. That's the best sex toy ever. That shower head.
Oh boy.
And don't have one with a whole bunch of different settings because it's
Oh
over.
boy.
You got a shot. What kind you got at your house? I'm gonna
I
come over
just
one
have
day. Anyway, back to
no,
what I was
no.
saying.
My concern when I shower is that the water is filtered. So I have the filter alkaline shower head. I
Nigga,
know
you done grew up
detached.
with filtered water. You
Yeah,
grew
but
up in the
time
90s in LA. You think your mama and your
look,
grandbobby had filtered water?
girl,
This
we was
that
drinking
bougie
water
shit
out the
I be
water
talking
hose
about.
outside on hot days. So I It's different. It don't taste the same.
Listen, that water in the 90s was washing shit out of niggas' asses so it wouldn't end up on people's couches. So that water was
Oh
just
boy,
fine.
that's so gross. No, but I just feel like I feel like whatever, like you have a responsibility to try to do your part in a situation. And there becomes a point, I don't know what that point is for each person where, you know, I don't know. I mean, where it's too far. Like boo boo stains might be too far for a person. You know what I mean? Like I would hope I could just love the person so much that I'll be like, baby, let's take a shower together. You know what I mean? Oh, hey, let's get out or whatever. But I don't
This
know. I
nigga
feel
did
like
not get a call back, okay?
I hope not. You should
Nah.
you should have Amazon primed him a sponge and some Dove,
That
some
shit was
Dow.
nasty. Like, even seeing him in public, I
Mm-mm.
would just put my head down, like, damn, bitch, you took an L.
Mm-mm. Yeah,
Just
that's
go
a
ahead and
L.
take the L,
That's a
bitch.
triple capital L right there. Right there. Just on the strength. Like
Maybe that's why I be on
Woo.
niggas' heads now. Like, if you coming over and we about to do something, you gotta take a shower. I just started my house.
Mm-mm.
That's cool. You about to take one here too.
Mhm.
This shit got me fucked up.
That's the girl. That's deep. Oh my goodness, that's crazy. All
But
right, so go ahead.
no, because I want to finish this we here. But
Hmm.
to your point, men don't even. Okay, do you think men should use toilet paper after they pee?
Um,
Yes or no? Just say yes or no.
they should, but they just shake it and
I
walk out.
said just say yes or no. I know they
Okay,
just shake it
yes,
and I know
yes,
they
they
just
should
shake it and
dab
walk
it.
off. That's
They should
to my
dab it.
point. They should dab on it. That dab or dab it with the tissue. Um
Dab it with the tissue and this one, okay?
uh that's to my point about the difference. Cause what if we just
Hmm.
shook and went?
Oh
We could just drip
boy.
dry. Why would we do that
Mm-mm.
though? We're gonna wipe,
Right.
and I feel like men should be wiping too. But that's the difference, cause you
Mm-mm.
just shake, and it could be 2, 3 drops left in there, and that shit get in your boxers and your briefs.
Yeah. They don't. I'm telling you, they don't. A lot of them. Some of them care, but a lot of them. If it
And
wasn't
then
for women, they wouldn't care.
and then you be wanting your dick sucked fresh
Mm.
from you coming in the house from whatever you did all day.
I can't with you. Went from BBWs to boo boo stains.
I think
Oh,
BBWs though are some of the cleanest people that I know. Well, the ones I know, because we go
yeah,
above and beyond to make sure we get every crevice, every crack
for
clean. I
sure.
can't take a shower less than 20 minutes. I have a whole
Right,
routine, but that's just me.
right. I think, yeah, for the most part, it's probably a situation where it's like you know that you have to make sure that. Okay, let me ask you this: do you feel some kind of way when that's not a man's preference? He expresses that.
What's not his preference? That he doesn't want you to shower?
BBWs. No, you so stupid. No, that.
It's some men out there like that. They want to eat it
Oh,
fresh from you
it's
working
all
out.
kind of stuff. I done heard all kind of stuff. Um,
How do I feel about a BBW not being a man's preference?
yes, and
That's
him
fine.
expressing it.
To
Mhm.
me, well, why are you expressing it? Did somebody ask you? That's first of all. Because if somebody
Mhm.
asked you, then express it. But if you're just trying to
Mhm.
tear women down and give out your opinion, then what are you doing it for? How many times
Yeah,
do I
that's.
need to tell y'all
Mhm.
that I like big dicks? I don't need to keep saying it. I think y'all know. So at this point, me saying it over and over and over again, what am I really doing except trying to make somebody that may be lacking feel bad? So
Right.
back
Right.
to the BBW thing, that's what I think it is. Unless somebody asked you, then why are you sharing it? And if that is your preference, that's okay. Because you're not gonna hurt me. Because 9 times out of
Mhm.
10, I probably wasn't even checking for you anyway.
Right.
I like the ones that like me for the most part. For the most
Right.
part.
Okay, so on the flip side, what about the men who, in your experience, the men who exclusively date BBWs? Is most of the time it a fetish for them, or it's something in that experience that they just have grown to like, or is it just a fetish?
I think it could be both. Because I think we all
Hmm.
have our fetishes. You know what
Yeah.
mine is. But
Hmm.
that's what I like though. That's what I choose to. I don't want to deal with nobody else. And for men, it's the same thing. There are men that really like full figured women and they like big
Right.
breasts and big ass, and they don't want their woman to be smaller. And nothing's wrong with that.
Right.
Just
Right.
like
Right.
nothing is wrong with only wanting to date somebody fit. If that's what you want, go get that. Don't tear the
Right.
next person down though because they don't fit what you're looking for. And don't think that you can get with somebody and change their ass into what you're looking for.
Right. Also, with that, I think it comes back to one of the points we were talking about earlier is be with who you want to be with for real. Like, at what age or what point do you just say, this is who I like, and I don't care what my mama, my sister, my homeboy think, this is who makes me happy, this is who I want to be with. Because I have another homeboy, and he comes from a Creole family, and in that case, it's a colorism issue. Not that all Creoles are that way, because I have Creole friends that aren't, but most of them be on that page where the family is really concerned with color, right? Skin tone, and he's very, very much attractive and have been in love with a lot of chocolate women, but he doesn't want to take them around his mother and father because of the judgment, or his family because of the judgment. And he's told me about some of the conversations that they've had at like the Christmas dinner where they say, various things about, like chocolate women or whatever. And I'm like, and the guy's single, right? But if he were to just go for who makes him happy, he would be probably happily married now, right? And so the same thing with big girls, or whatever it is your thing that you happen to like, or maybe you love an ugly person. You know what I'm saying? Maybe you fell in love with somebody ugly, but to you, they beautiful. Okay, they everything you want, and you don't see them that way, but the outside world may judge them that way, or maybe they short, or maybe they don't fit, whatever it is. At what point are you going to grow up and just go for who makes you happy, and who makes you better, and who completes, makes your life a more enjoyable life? Like, at what point is that going to take precedence, and all the other things go out the window? That's one thing I do agree with from uh the late Kevin Samuels, is that people expectations are ridiculous. It can be ridiculous, and sometimes you just need to deal with who likes you, who you like back, and what you like, and not try to live up to the standard of what's on some video or whatever, because that might not be the one.
That's why I don't care if I'm dating somebody and my friends and family think he ugly. Bitch, I don't give a fuck. How
Right.
does he
I
treat
might
me?
still tell you, but I ain't gonna care
I
if you
and I
with
still don't give a fuck. How does he treat me? And
him.
are you
Right.
single while you talking this shit? And I'm getting
Right.
pretty good and I'm getting dick down good. Bitch, fuck you. Cause how does he treat me?
Right.
I'm
Right.
the one that
Right.
got to roll over to him and lay with
And
him
look.
and stuff. And
Right.
yeah, that's
Right.
me. That's my business. And sometimes folks need to
Right.
get them some business.
I agree. I agree 100%. I agree. I definitely think it's more men that fall under that than women. I think women, we can get past it a little bit easier. But men, are they a lot of time are so concerned about their friends and even family members clowning. You know what I mean? Like, I already know if I have somebody that look crazy, my family gonna be saying little stuff for a minute, but then they gonna get over it. If the dude cool, they gonna be like, all right, that nigga ugly, but he cool. He treat her right. That's what it's gonna end up becoming. You know what I mean? So I have to be confident in my decision that I brought him over there. You know what I mean? To the crew for them to say whatever they gonna say. I'm already be prepared.
Well, my PSA to the folks would be to date who treats you right. I mean, obviously
Hmm.
physical attraction is important. You be with somebody that you're okay with being with. Um, but don't turn your head up to that person that maybe she's doesn't have a lot of weight on her because your choice is BBWs, or if your choice is not BBW, she has too much weight on her. She might be able to suck your dick through a straw, and you're missing out on
Oh
that because you
my gosh.
because you want to go with what your friends say.
Through a
Ah.
straw. Okay. Yeah, that's definitely same message. Go with who you're compatible with, who you can connect with, who after you do what you do with them, you can still have a conversation. You know what I mean? Just don't be
Yeah.
picking people based on that, because that's another that brings me to my last point. Sometimes people choose someone who fits the prototype and they don't vet them to make sure that you guys are compatible or that they're going to have your back. You picking this woman just because she's beautiful, or you picking this
Mhm.
guy for, some superficial reason. And then when you really go through something, they don't have it in them because you didn't even check to see if they had it in them, because you just checking for looks, and then you have a child with that person, and that's who raising your child, and you didn't even take the time to see, like, what kind of person are they? Are they
Mhm.
gonna have my back? Are they gonna have my back? If I get sick, they're gonna be there or they're gonna be out. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
And it ain't just about the struggle part. You know what I mean? It's about just who makes you better, who's gonna encourage you to be the best version of you, whatever that is.
I agree. All right, y'all. Thank you for rocking with us today. We appreciate you as always. Be sure to continue to share this with your friends. Like, subscribe, and comment. We do have a IG page now, and it's decadent_conversation. So be sure to follow us on there. And yeah, that's it. Peace.
And we love the comments. We love the comments. So keep them coming, everybody.
We
Bye.
out.